Hi Carol, great to see you. So happy to be starting our video programs together until we can be together again. And just need to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be doing today. So you need to have a space that's free of obstacles. So make sure that you can move in the space where you're at and that you've got on proper shoes and that you don't have dogs or other pets that you're going to trip on or trip over. So just make sure you've got a clear area. We're just going to use a set of dumbbells. You may want to grab a couple of sets. You've got 2 to 3 pounds because we're going to double up with some of those. And I'm going to be coming down to the floor. We are going to be lying on our side. So make sure you've got something that can boost your body up so that you don't have to worry about annoying the shoulder. And then of course, if anything does not feel quite right, even if it's felt right in the past, but it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. I will give you modifications as we go through, and then once you've actually received the video program via email, then you can give me some feedback once you have performed it, and then I can modify anything that is needed. Make sure you have warmed up prior to, so hop on your recumbent bike or bike and ride for about 5 minutes to get yourself warmed up. We're going to do an 8-station circuit. We'll go around one full time, and then we'll come back around with that abbreviated series on the second round, and then finish off with some stretching and flexibility at the end, okay? All right, so we're gonna start off today with that travel step tap, and I know you don't have a step, so we're just gonna simulate it from the floor. And so we're gonna step tap, but I'm gonna have you add a knee to it because we're on the floor. You should be relatively stable here, and so you just wanna go corner, corner, just like you would if you had a step. So step, knee, walk, walk, and step, knee, walk, walk. And we'll go for about a minute, yeah? And just continue building the heat throughout the body post your warm up, yeah? Hope you're doing well and staying healthy. Sounds like you've been able to perform some modified workout at home, which is great. Just glad you're doing it, yeah? So that we can hit the ground running when you're coming back into the club. Sure have missed you, yeah? All right, so you got about another 30 seconds there. Yeah, just take your time. Always pick up your feet if you've got a different surface to work on that's not a low pile carpet or a wood floor. You've got to really be careful about picking those feet up, yeah? Corner, corner. Good, and let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. All right, good. Walk on off. And this is going to be supported knee squats. So you want to make sure you've got something to support yourself. If it's a countertop, a chair, something that's stable that you feel confident holding on to. And this is going to be knee squat. So you're going to lift the knee up and squat back. Okay? So lift up and squat, lift up and squat. We'll stay on the one side just like we would if we were using a step, yeah? Lift up and back, legs about that shoulder distance apart. Hold on if you need to. That's it. Stability before mobility, yeah? And let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll switch sides. So lift up, squat back, chest up, pelvic floor up, navel to that spine, nice tall posture, yeah? And only going down to the depth that feels good to the knee and the back. Good, up and squat, exhale, inhale, lift and back, and up and back. Good. All right, well done. And so we're gonna perform a bent over row, and you actually are gonna take 2 of your dumbbells because you just got the lighter ones. You need something to elevate your foot on. So a low bench, a step. If you don't have that, then what you're going to want to do is hold on to that vertical support. I'm going to put my hand here on the thigh. You want your legs staggered front to back. You want a nice flat back, and we're going to row straight back and down. So working the lats, wide part of the back, nice and slow and controlled. Upper arm lands parallel to the ground on the lift. Yeah? Pull it back, push it down, exhale, and inhale. That's it. Good, good. Moving the lower part of that scapula into midline, and then that humerus bone, that upper arm bone, moving back into extension. Couple more. Back and down. And last one, pull and push. Good. All right. And we'll switch sides. So again, stagger front to back, hinge from the hips, hand either on the thigh if the foot is elevated or at your higher support there, because you've got to support the back. Pack the shoulders down, rib cage lifted, navel to spine. Let's pull back, 2 and down, 2. Exhale and inhale. Slide the underside of that arm right alongside your torso, and then fight it on the down. Same speed going each direction, nothing moving but the arm at the shoulder and the elbow joint. Now back and down, exhale and inhale. And let's go 4. Yes, and pull. Good. 2, and 1 more. Back and down. Good job. All right, and then we're going to come down into that sideline position. Now this is the one we're going to need some cushion here, okay? So make sure that you've got something to support your head and your neck so that you're not bearing that load on your shoulder itself. So you'll come down and lie down there on that. Keep the shoulder out of the picture. I'm just going to lie here and show you that you need to have the inner thigh facing the ceiling, that back leg, knee facing the ceiling here to the best of your ability. And we're going to lift it up and down. Yes. Exhale and inhale. So working the hip adductors, keeping the abdomen compressed, pelvic floor up and in, navel to spine. That's it. No throwing and no touching that foot to the floor. Yeah, so you want to lift and down, contract and control, up, good, good, and lift. And let's do 4 more here. 4, and up, good. 2, and 1 more, up and down. Good job. And I would just swing the legs around rather than trying to lie on your abdomen and roll over. You're more likely to hurt your back and your shoulder that way. So I would just sit yourself up, swing the legs the opposite way, move your support for your head and neck, and we'll perform this on the opposite side. Shoulders packed down and back, rib cage lifted, navel to spine. Let's take it up and down. So really anchor into that bottom hip so this femur can move freely from the hip joint. And my intention is to really progress you through this program. So each week we'll add a piece, yes, to it, another element to challenge you. That's it. And lift up and down, exhale and inhale, lift and control. And one more time, Carol, up and down and release. Okay, and then carefully press yourself up and onto hands and knees. All right, so this will be your bird dog. I know you've been doing this on your own, but pack the shoulders down, rib cage lifted, navel to spine. Take the right leg back, the left arm out, and then I want you to move the arm and leg in and out. And I don't want you to move your torso. So keep everything else nice and still. Thumb facing the ceiling like you're hitchhiking to heaven. 2-point balance, keep it slow and controlled. 2, and 1 more, and then arm and leg down. Extend the left leg back, right arm out, and in and out. Again, you're not dropping your torso. So look at mine, look at yours, and make sure that you're staying stable here. You know, big old nose to knees core exercise. 3, longer each time you reach out, and last one. And bring those arms down. And then careful coming up to a standing position. So always taking your time there to come up. This is going to be bicep curls. And I might want to mention to you that if it bothers you to bend down and get dumbbells, then by all means elevate them on something. So put them up on a table or something that's out of the way, and that also prevents you from tripping on them. Okay, so legs nice and far apart, shoulders down and back, rib cage lifted, navel to spine, and we're going to curl up and control down. Lift up and down. So really try to anchor into your feet. You were doing this really well before our hiatus here. Yeah, and so pull it up and push it down. Exhale and inhale. Curl and control. Good, and up and down. Remember, you're coming to about 30 degrees from the shoulder. Keep those shoulders packed down and back. And 2. Good, and 1 more. Up and down, and take a little breather there. So as I was saying, my intention is to progress you through this program, and then you'll also have these videos in perpetuity, so you'll be able to utilize these when you are at home or traveling. Okay, let's do another set, and let's curl up and control down. So if you have a day where you just couldn't get in to the club for some reason, you'll always have this as your go-to. We do want to make sure when we get back from this hiatus that we get you back on that reformer again, because that is really a workout that's very unique, different from everything else we're doing, but this should go a long way in helping in that regard. Up and down, exhale and inhale, couple more, curl and down, and last one, up and down. Good job. Okay, so next on the hip parade is going to be that walking knee. So again, make sure you have space, okay? Now what I'm going to do is show this to you with a 4 count moving up, and then I'm going to move backward. But if that feels a little too risky to you, okay, you feel a little off balance, then what you want to do is walk as far as you safely can, then walk around and then back the other direction. So either of those options will be just fine. And of course, this is designed to get that heart rate up. So we want to keep that body moving. Again, don't move until you are stable. Yeah? You're having a sort of an off-balance day, then maybe you stay in place. Yeah? I like you to ambulate here because, of course, it's more functional. But whatever you feel up to that day, listen to your body. Yeah? Good, that's it. And making sure you're picking those feet up to change direction, not trying to pivot on the feet. Good, that's it. Nice, stay with it. And then let's bring it on back. Good, and we'll stop it right there. Good. Okay, and so this is going to be your tricep kickbacks. So 1 or 2 dumbbells, when you have 2, that's really primarily because the load that you've got there is so light. You were using 5 pounds here. So again, same concept, foot elevated if you have a place to safely do that. We usually use the platform on the reformer. When we're in the upstairs studio, you're going to hinge forward, hand on thigh if the foot is elevated. Otherwise, it's up there on your support. Bring your elbow back, and you want the armpit closed, and you're going to kick back 2 and pull into. Exhale and inhale. And I might add a really good way to perform this circuit is to do 5 minutes on the bike, then come and do a full round of your circuit, and go back and do another 5 minutes on the bike, yeah? And gradually build up those 5 minutes on the bike to 10 minutes, yeah? So that you're really getting a nice full hour program when you're up for the challenge. That's it, and let's press back and resist in, kick it back, pull it in, 2, and 1 more, back and in. Watch your obstacles. Yep, of course, hear me say that and I'll trip on something. Okay, hinge from hips, hands on thigh if you've got that foot elevated, armpit closed, and let's kick back and pull in. Keep shoulders packed down. That's it, push and pull. And you can perform this program on 2 to 3 non-consecutive days per week. Yeah, and push back, and if you're up to it, even though I'm just gonna demo it with like 1.5 circuits, you're welcome to do a complete second circuit by simply rewinding the video. That's it, and press it back and in, exhale and inhale, couple more, back and in, and last one, back and in. All right, nice work. Good time for a sip of water if you would like one. And then we'll start into that travel knee again, as though we have a step on the floor. So step knee and step knee. And that's the beauty of video. You can always pause it. Yeah. But I do really invite you to turn off your cell or put it on do not disturb. Yeah. And really use this as your time. Like I said, create a space that's safe and allows you to focus. Yeah. That's it. Good, good. Up, walk, walk, and up. Yeah. And lift. And up. Good, good. Nice tall posture at a pace that feels comfortable for you, Carol. That's it. Yeah. And up. Lift. Good. Let's go 4. Yeah. And 3. Good. And 2. Yes. And 1. Very nice. All right, good job. Okay, so this will be those knee squats. And again, you can face your support or stand to the side. We'll stay on one side, so unilateral. So knee up and squat back. Make sure you hit your squat. Each time, tall torso. Lift it up and sit it back. Exhale and inhale. Lift and back, working quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, nose to toes core. Yeah. Lift and back. Exhale and inhale. Up and back. And one more. Up and back. And let's switch sides. Shoulders back. Rib cage lifted, navel to spine. And let's come up and sit. Lift tall. Squat back. Up and back. Exhale and inhale. Tall body here. Keep that chest up, looking straight ahead. Yeah. Up and back and lift. Good, good. Let's go 4. And up. Nice. 2. And once more. Good. All right. And then into those bent over rows. So double up on a couple of those lighter dumbbells, if you're able to. And again, find a place to elevate the foot if possible. And you gotta be supported with your back, so either up here or down on the thigh itself. Flatten the back, top of head to tailbone, straight as an arrow. And we're gonna row back 2. We're just gonna do 8 aside here. Pull and push, exhale and inhale, back, 2 and down, nice and slow. Working the lats, wide part of the back. Move that scapula in and extend that humerus back. Yeah. And 2 and 1 more, back and down. Good job. And switching sides. All right. And, whoops. And hinge forward, shoulders back, and let's row straight back and down. So we're doing 5 or 6 pounds here, so you might want to just combine your lighter weights there to equal that. Yeah. Make sure you don't feel any discomfort in the shoulders, so don't go too far back, just up to parallel there. Yeah. Good. Let's go 4 and back. Yeah. 2 and 1 more, back and down. Good job. All right, we're going to come down and we're going to do a sideline hip abduction. So that's going to be the outer hip. Come down and again, take your time coming down. Lie down on those cushions. Keep your shoulder out of the picture. And this time, bottom leg back 45 degrees, top leg extended, and we're going to lift that leg straight up and down. And just 8 aside here, working the hip abductors. Yes, and up and down. Exhale and inhale. So working the outer upper hip, really anchor into that bottom hip. Keep the rest of the body quiet and the foot off the floor. Yeah, up and down. And 1 more, lift and down. Bend those knees in. It really helps you to press up. Use this arm, not the one that's underneath, to press you up. And we're going to swing the legs over into the opposite side. And again, when you're changing positions, you want to do so controlled. Never trying to rush it. Yeah, you'll get there. Yeah. Shoulders packed, rib cage lifted, navel to spine, pelvic floor up and in. And let's lift up, 2 and down, 2. Exhale and inhale. Everything else real still. So we're gonna isolate these muscles in the outer upper hip. Real important muscles of the lateral hip, yeah? Work as stabilizers. Lift and push down. Press up, nice and slow here, yeah. And up and down, and one more. Up and down. Good job. Then carefully bring yourself back up. Push your cushions out of the way and into your bird dog position. This time we're just going to hold. So let's take the left leg back and the right arm out. Keep shoulders packed down and just hold your position as quietly as possible. And it's usually about 15 seconds, Carol, okay? And we'll hold 4, 3, 2, lower arm and leg down, and switch sides. Take your time. I always suggest that you get the leg back there first and then the arm, because the leg is the heaviest part. Shoulders packed down, establish the position and hold. 2-point balance, nose to knees core exercise. Good, and we'll count 4, 3, 2, lower arm and leg down. Take your time and come back into a standing position. All right, and this is gonna be that walk with a knee up. Make sure you're clear here, okay? And you're gonna step knee, step knee, step knee, and turn if you like. Walk yourself around. If you've got more space, feel free to use it. I'm kind of limited here with the camera, so I have to stay kind of in my corner, yeah? Good, nice and tall, pick those legs up. Take your time and really stride it out, yeah? Tall and proud and 100% in control, yeah? That's it. Good, good. Bring it up and turn it around safely. Always picking the feet up so we really clear the surface that we're walking on. I'd say a couple more rounds there, yeah? Good. That's it. Using that breath in and out. Good. And one more time, wherever your destination is, and then bring it back in. Good. All right, well done. Okay, and then we will go to our tricep kickbacks. So, double up in dumbbells if you need to there. Again, foot elevated, hinge from hips, armpit closed, and let's kick it back and pull it in. Sit it back there and pull it in, yeah? All 10 toes facing forward, keep the shoulders packed down, yeah? And back. Good. And push and pull. Exhale and inhale. 2. Good, and one more time, back and in. Well done. All right. And then let's turn and face the opposite way. Make sure you get your support. Armpit closed, upper arm parallel to the ground, and kick it back, 2, and pull in. Yeah, back and in. Exhale and inhale, push and pull. Good, that's it. And extend, get fully through that elbow, big squeeze in the back of the upper arm, and back, and here's that last one, push and pull in. Well done. All right, so I'm gonna put that dumbbell down, and we are gonna stretch. So a need for you to find a place that you feel secure, okay, that you can hold on, and you're just gonna bring your outside foot out and extend it at the knee. You're gonna be very careful and sit back. Watch your interior knee, that you don't go too deep here, that would jeopardize that. And we're just gonna stretch that glute, hamstring, and calf. And if you feel more secure seated doing this, you sure can, okay? And release, and let's switch sides. So bring that heel down and push that tailbone back. Keep the chest up. And stretch in hip to heel. Good. And release. Now this is going to be a hip flexor stretch. I'm going to turn to the side a little bit. So I'm going to keep my back heel elevated, and I'm going to tuck my tailbone under. So nothing really happens with the lower body. Front knee stays a little bit bent, back heel stays up, chest stays up. I'm trying to push my pelvis forward. It's one of the few times I'll tell you to take the curve out of your lumbar spine and really open up the front of that hip. So this is like when we kneel on the reformer, yeah? Good, and release, and then switch sides. So stagger legs front to back, lift the back heel up, tuck your tailbone under, keep your torso elevated. So you want to think of from the top of that pelvis all the way down to the knee as straight as an arrow. There, and stretch all the way from hip to knee. And then release, and then hinge from hips, hands on your thighs. Tuck your tailbone underneath and let the head suspend down, stretching cervical to lumbar. Roll up your back bone by bone, bring your head up very last, and if you're able, bring those arms up into a nice deep inhale. And exhale, rotate your shoulders back. And excellent job. Have a wonderful day. So glad to be connecting with you. Please give me feedback once you've done this once through, and I will change anything you need me to. And then next week I'll have another video ready for you so that we can keep progressing until we meet again. Okay, thanks so much and have a great day, Carol.